Hi everyone. I'm going to talk about ways to respond to a sense of overwhelm and commit to choices. We've all been there. We're faced with various options, and it feels like if we choose one, we might miss out on all the others. So sometimes we don't choose anything at all. That relieves the discomfort around making a choice and worries about potentially missing out on what might come with the other options in the short term. But the drawback is that we then don't have an experience that we might enjoy or find meaning in. We might choose instead to look at our screen-based devices, as looking at social media can feel like doing something, even if it doesn't move us towards the things that really matter to us. If we want things to be perfect, whatever that means, then that can also cause us to have decision paralysis, as we might want to make the right decision. This can be especially hard if it feels like we have lots of different options, as weighing up each option takes up some of our brain's precious resources. The truth is that there is usually no single right decision, as all options will give us new information. And even if they don't go as planned, we will learn something. In fact, we tend to learn things especially when things don't go to plan, as when things are running predictably, there's little new information. So when things don't go to plan, we can reframe it as a useful learning experience. Is your perfectionism holding you back from committing to choices? Or might it be something else? It could be helpful to have a think about what you might be avoiding by pulling away from making a decision. Sometimes it might be a fear of getting something wrong, or failing, or being rejected. Often these fears are rooted in past experiences, and by making ourselves aware of them, we start to notice that perhaps this situation is different, and we can start to build up flexibility in our ways of responding. Compassion-focused therapy uses the idea that we have three main modes that we operate in: drive, soothe, and threat. Drive is about ticking things off, getting things done. Soothe is about relaxation, connection, and recovery. Sometimes, if we feel stressed or worried, perhaps because there's pressures on our time, our threat system can be activated, and that's a system for life or death situations. It's great if we need to fight or run away from a predator, but not so much help if we're trying to choose which project to focus on. And this is partly because, in order to fulfill its survival function, it simplifies our thinking and makes us see the world in all or nothing terms, which can feed the sense of it having to be perfect, even though no such thing exists. It can also make us feel like the decision is more important than it really is. If you feel like your threat system might be switching on, you can shift into soothe by using relaxation techniques like breathing exercises, muscle relaxation techniques, or visualizing a safe or calm place in your mind. You might already have your own relaxation or mindfulness practice that you find helpful. Kevin Polk developed the ACT matrix to help to break down what happens when we make decisions. Anything below the horizontal line across the middle is stuff on the inside that only we know about, and anything above the line is stuff on the outside that other people might be able to see. The right-hand side moves us towards our values, and the left-hand side is when we get pulled away from our values. So the bottom right box is our values. Values represent what is most important to us, what gives us meaning, what makes us feel alive. And values relevant to a creative project could be fun, relaxation, or, you guessed it, creativity. When we think about these values, perhaps making a decision to do something creative, things that might come up on the bottom left that pull us away could include our inner critic coming up with reasons not to do it, feelings of worry or frustration, and perhaps physical sensations of agitation or tiredness, which can, again, pull us away from our values. At the top left, we might do things to get rid of those thoughts and feelings, like putting off making the decision, doom scrolling, or excessive exercise, noting that something that might usually be considered a towards move can become an away move depending on why we're doing it. If we can unhook from those thoughts and feelings on the bottom left, using techniques from the last video as well as relaxation techniques, then we might have more of a chance of doing things that move us towards what matters, like making a decision. We could slim down our options and put the possibilities at the top right, reminding ourselves that there is no right choice, perhaps even starting a 15-second countdown to make ourselves choose one option by the time it reaches 0. So go out there, make some mistakes and savour the learning opportunities that they give you.